Every single tattoo I have on my body is inspired by video games. I started playing video games at the age of 4, and they've become a huge part of my life. So for this video, I'm going to be showing you each tattoo on my body and explain why I got them. The very first tattoo I got was my 4 pixel hearts. I have 3 brothers, and when we grew up, we played video games together to bond, laugh, and have a good time. You might be wondering what the 4th heart is, and it's me. Why is it empty? It's empty because I'm dead inside. I'm kidding. My heart is inside me, so this is why it's empty. All the tattoos on my right arm are different villains from video games. The very first one I got was Doopliss. He's a villain from Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. I played it when I was really young on my GameCube. I got stuck on many different parts while playing Paper Mario, and there were times I thought I would never be able to beat the game. One of the parts I got stuck on was Chapter 4, where you encounter Doopliss, and you have to guess his name. The very next tattoo I got was Uka Uka from Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot was the very first game I played as a kid. My favorite game being the 3rd one in the series, Crash Bandicoot Warped. Uka Uka is the main villain of the whole game, and at the very end, you get to fight him along with Cortex. I really like his mask design, and it just reminds me of my favorite game to play when I was a kid. After getting Uka Uka, I got Flowey from Undertale. I remember the first time I played Undertale was after I crashed my car on the expressway. I remember driving home from college after a big winter storm, and I lost control on the road. I ended up hitting the side of the expressway. Luckily, I was okay, and no other people were involved in my accident. Just me losing control of my vehicle because of the icy roads. I remember coming home and being super depressed. My car was super damaged and I knew I had to pay a lot of money. I needed a way to escape reality. So I sat down and started playing Undertale. It's one of my favorite RPGs to play. You can choose whether you want to hurt enemies or try to be friends with all of them. Depending on how you play the game, Flowey as a character can be an ally or an enemy. The choice is up to you. The very next tattoo I got was on my hand. This tattoo is from Maplestory. It's an online game that you can play with other people, and I played this when I was a teenager. I spent a lot of time playing with my friends, or just hopping on and talking to other people. This is one of the world bosses called Zakkum. He's got numerous different hands on his statue appearance, and I thought his look was really cool. I figured if I was gonna get a tattoo on my hand, I might as well have it with a bunch of other hands. After getting Zakkum, I ended up getting this mushroom from Earthbound. The actual name of this mushroom is called a Ramblin shroom, and when you encounter it, he tries to chase you down immediately. The Ramblin shroom can poison you, and when you're poisoned, it inverts your controls on your controller, making it very difficult to play. Just like in real life, if you eat different mushrooms that are, well, not made for humans, it can be really bad for you. I really like how this tattoo looks because I think it's a little funny how he's just walking around with no eyes. Earthbound's a really cool game. I have yet to finish it, but I really enjoy it. Up next, we have Bowser Jr. One of the very first games I played on my GameCube was Super Mario Sunshine. I remember it was one of the first games I played all the way through and was able to beat all by myself. I really like this character because he's a little mischievous and he thinks he's really tough, but in reality, he's just a little Koopa. The next tattoo I got was my Enderman on the back of my arm. This one's really hard to show off because it's at a weird angle, but I do like Minecraft. After saving up enough money, I was able to buy the game once I turned 16. I was living in California at the time, which was a brand new environment and I had very little friends. I spent my 16th birthday inside playing Minecraft. It was a pretty lonely birthday, I'm not gonna lie, but it's something I'll always remember, trying to survive and exploring a whole new world. I remember specifically the update for Minecraft when Enderman came in the game, and I thought it was so cool that they didn't bother you unless you stared directly at them. I can't remember which tattoo I got next, but it might have been my Dig Dug tattoo. Dig Dug is a really old arcade game that my older brother Nick loved to play. I remember him playing it, and he was the best one of all my siblings at that game. I do enjoy playing Dig Dug and the mechanic where you have to pump your enemies up with air until they explode. And you have to be kind of smart when you play this game to outmaneuver the enemies. So this tattoo, I always think of my older brother Nick. The next tattoos I got were a couple of them actually. They're the Pac-Man ghosts from Pac-Man. Now to normal people, they just think about Pac-Man when they see this tattoo. But to me, I think about my grandmother. My dad has always told me this story that before he went to sleep, his mom would be playing Pac-Man. And when he woke up to go to school in the morning, she was still playing Pac-Man. I do like playing Pac-Man myself, but I know my grandma loves it way more. So every time I see the 4 little ghosts on my arm, I always think about my grandma. The next tattoo I got was this ghost on the back of my arm. This is Boo from the Mario series. You might have seen him in Super Mario 64, Mario Kart, or other Mario games. I really like the aspect that the ghosts won't bother you if you look directly at them, but as soon as you turn your back, they'll always be chasing you down. The very last tattoo I got was Skull Kid from Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask. This game is really dark actually when you play it. You have 3 days to play, and at the end of the 3rd day, this moon crashes down into the planet, and your whole game will reset. You feel kind of hopeless and you think to yourself, I wonder what things I can do differently so that I don't have this ending. The only way you can save yourself is if you play the ocarina to try and reset time. Your goal in the game is to try and find 4 different masks, and at the end, you can try and fight Skull Kid. He's not actually a bad person, he's just possessed by this evil mask. This is one of my favorite Zelda games because it makes me realize that eventually, we all die as people. Majora's Mask was a really fun game to play when I was in high school. These are all the tattoos I have on my body, and I guess this means that the video has reached game over. Thanks for watching.